Hello everyone, Teacher here, welcome back to another video. Today I want to take a look at chapter 2 and do a deep dive with my thoughts similar to the video I did yesterday. So if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So I want to start off here everyone. This is like my team where I actually got my score increase, and that was Thorin. This was the squad. It was actually pretty clean. It took me some attempts to figure out where to go, and this gave me a very good baseline idea for the future because Thorin's company is a transition period for me, and that's also something like planning ahead and also trying to find those transition periods. How can you make the most smooth transition? For me, Rohan is the team I'm gonna replace. So yeah, I was obviously using them. Uh, and then we have Feely over here, and we have Thorin. Thorin is fully built. With lives, he's close to 11k. And Feely is... We'll take a look at Feely, what Feely is. And then I was basically throwing Great Goblin in here because there's a bleed. Which he almost never landed, and there was a summon, and there was some AoE, and he grants might. Overall, once I figured the squad out to do it like this was pretty nice. Also because Eomer, I think, is gonna be a great plug and play with Thorin on numerous stuff, like even in chapter 4, I think, because this dude over here with might and that double tap and everything is like, the damage is insane. So I'll definitely be using him for quite some time. So yeah, let's go in and have a little look. I just made Mary actually a gear tier higher today. Gear tier 6. Or was it Pippin? No, it was Pippin, I think. Yeah, it was Pippin I leveled up. Pippin I leveled up to gear 7. So that should hopefully be great in the future. I have around 40 to 80 energy left over per day, so I am torn between actually doing a refresh on Denethor, but instead I'm actually going to be farming candles because getting Denethor to gear level 8 will be massive for me. And yes, I know that's a lot of crystals to waste as I'm gearing another light side team, but knowing that it will help and it will make him survive more and push towards that mithril currency for chapter 3. I am really looking forward to that. And yeah, as you can see, the time down here, it's a little bit late today. I had to do my difficulty, my chapter 2, and also then I ended up watching Spike a little bit, who is live right now. So Thorin over here got up to around 10-ish k. Thorin, along with many others, and this is where my thought process is for the future for chapter 2. Those who can land Banes need focus. Like, this guy obviously need focus for his follow my lead, but there's actually one other thing. The fact that he can inflict weaken, and weaken is so massive because it really negates a lot of the cave troll damage, and it's a double tap. So that's really, really good. So a lot of focus for Thorin. So definitely do that, and that is also something that's gonna help because as we know in chapter 2 at difficulty 4, you have to have a bane on the cave troll for your crit to reduce momentum stacks. So there is that. Feely, let's take a look. I just slapped on Last Stand and Armor Piercer / Bloodlust on everyone because Last Stand, for I know there was gonna be a 25 hit, so I wanted to do that. Feely here is probably... Oh yeah, wow, I actually didn't even level that up. Okay, that was stupid. I was wondering why he never healed. So, for him, I might leave his trusty shovel at level 2. Also, like, this is me planning ahead. And then, of course, doing this, and this, because that way I can save like 400 of my purple material here. because weaken is nice, but Thorin can inflict that, and getting heal is probably better, and then having your special. So also because this is your assist mechanic, so you really want that to work. Now, for myself, for the time being, I've saved my gold, and let's go find him here. I'm actually gonna do this in a few days. I'm gonna go ahead and do this because then I have him and I can slot him in. Or that was my plan. Maybe now I'll just go ahead and say, okay, let's go all into Feely so we can focus on building him, and then when Keely becomes a 6-star, I can, or more to the point, yeah, I was about to say when Keely is a 6-star, I can bring him up, but actually I can work off with Feely first. When Feely is done, then Keely. So, and then when there's leftover gold, invest that into gear for Keely for his gear level and also his actual levels. So, and then just focus on abilities here and then onwards to the next. So that's pretty nice. And I know I did it with Rivendell yesterday in chapter 1, so I'm also gonna talk about it a little bit here. This guy needs focused glyphs down here. Many probably don't agree with my glyphs on this guy, but that's okay. Difference of opinion, I'm all for it. I don't know, I just like Vitality. Also because I want to do something different. So this is not me saying Vitality is the best for Eladin. I'm not saying that. As we know, it's probably last stand as it is with everyone. I just wanted to do something that was really, really different. So I've gone with Vitality and I like it. This one here is your main way to get Banes onto the Cave Troll and get to that 1.5. I got my second kill. For a second kill, there's actually just two things that you need to happen. One, you need the wave to land with Lord Elrond. If you do that in the second double, it should basically be GG, unless there's a Shadow Seer that will remove it. Because you just have so much time to get it done. Because if you do get to second double, it won't have that many stacks that you can't burst it down with a slow on it. So, but to get to the second double, you need this. So give him a lot of focus. Like really give Eladin some focus. My Eladin focus is 2.5. I would say I wouldn't mind having 1000 more focus on him. I honestly wouldn't mind that. So let's actually go in with lifts. Um, yeah, so this is actually with lifts. So I really wouldn't mind having that on him. 3500 it feels like it would be at least 3k. I feel is what you should aim for. My Haradrim, they got close as well. They also got to around, what did they get? They got 3.15. And again, it's basically that I just need more damage. I do Withering because I like to do Withering. I feel it fits with them. Many people are talking about they're gonna nerf Bloodlust, they're gonna nerf Last Stand because we see that is the meta. Who knows, maybe they're gonna nerf it a little bit and buff something else. So for now, I like Withering on my Haradrim team. I know not everyone does, and that's fine. I just like it because it synergizes with them, and it's not min-maxing, and this game, for a lot of people, aren't about min-maxing everything, so yeah, I enjoy it, and I use the squad the way I want to play it, and that is what everyone should be doing. Use the squads that you play the way you want to play them. That is really, like, I can't stress that more. Also, if you aren't for min-maxing, then don't spend a lot of time doing min-maxing in raids for that one extra topple or something. If you feel you get and you can feel you progress regularly, and if you are getting your Gandalf shards, honestly, you can leave it at that. Yes, there's a lot of gold and XP to be gained, but it depends on everyone. I like sitting there min-maxing. Thorin increased my score by 400k, so I broke into 4 million club in chapter 2. Now, another squad I actually want to go ahead and take a look at with Chapter 2 in mind is my Gondor squad. And this guy is probably gonna be the one where I need the most focus because he can always inflict weaken. And that means you can crit, you can get everything down. And that is just gonna be so massive for your Faramir because Faramir has a 2-turn slow. That's really, really nice. But other than that, as much damage as possible, and he has okay focus, so like one focus glyph on him maybe should be enough, and then at least I would say you can go there. I think my Gondor Ranger squad, if I had it fully leveled, I'm unsure where they would be right now, but if everything was fully leveled, maybe I would be close to a 900k. So, and again, I do believe Gondor, someone actually asked me today, what do I think about Herondil instead of Denethor in my Gondor Ranger team? Denethor has a lot of uses. He maybe wouldn't have too, like, I can see why you would swap in Herondil because Herondil has AoE, he's pretty fast, and he has some interesting things. So, and here you have Nimble where you can do this. This is pretty interesting. Like, sadly, there's not a lot that has Nimble in this game, but maybe that will be a defensive team in the future or something. This one here, always inflict enfeeble. Doesn't really matter too much on the cave troll, I feel. It's more about the weaken, and honestly, I hate this one. Like, yes, the turn meter is great, there's might, there's stamina, but like, having your own people dying isn't really that great, so it is what it is. But maybe if you had him at 7-star gear 9, and you felt like you had a Halberad or something really great for healing, like, I think with this guy instead of Miri for that extra 10% block chance, could do a, as I said yesterday, difficulty 4 run in Chapter 1. It's really cool, but again, Chapter 1 is really difficult for most teams in difficulty. In Chapter 1, difficulty 4, most teams struggle a little bit. Some teams are easy, like I hear things from people, but for me, I prefer to see the actual results before I believe it. So, yeah, I'm sticking with my plans for my teams. Overall, things are going pretty well, and I'm really curious. Also, thank you everyone for all the questions like that has come through December, and especially in my previous 2 videos. I have them all added to a Word document. Like I just picked like 10 questions, and that like those were the ones I found. Some were just comments, which wasn't really any feedback, or just basically comments where there wasn't any question in it. But those were that did have actual questions in there. I've added them to a Word document. I'm gonna go through them tomorrow. I haven't really considered the answers for them, so that's gonna be done on the fly, and I'm really looking forward to that. So drop your comments down below. Have a very good weekend, and make sure you be safe in New Year if you're gonna be busy and we don't see each other until then. Otherwise, I'll see you all next video.